Good morning, everyone. My name is Qarni from BIKBP, and today I will present you about a growth of e-commerce in 2026. E-commerce has become one of the most important sectors in the global economy, with the rapid development of technology and digital platform. Online shopping continues to grow every year. In this presentation, I will use two visual aids, which is a line graph and a bar chart to explain the trends. Now we move to the next slide. Now let's start for the first visual aid, which is about global e-commerce revenue from 2022 to 2026 in a line graph. The graph presents how the revenue changed over time measured in trillion dollars. Okay, now we move to the next slide. Okay, now in here we will talk about the description of the trend which is on the previous graph. Based on the graph, we can clearly see that the revenue increased steadily from year to year. In 2022, the revenue started at around $4 trillion. Then it rose gradually to approximately 4.8 trillion in 2023. After that, the growth became more significant, reaching about 5.5 trillion in 2024. The trend continues to increase sharply to 2.6.2 trillion in 2025. Finally, in 2026, the revenue reaches its highest point at around $7 trillion. Overall, the trend shows a consistent upward movement with no decrease or fluctuation. This means the market remains strong and continues to expand. Now we move to the next one, which is about a top e-market growth. In this slide, we use a bar chart, which is comparing the top e-commerce market in 2026. It shows the revenue performance of several regions: China, the United States, Southeast Asia, and Europe. Now we move to the next slide, which is about the analysis and interpretation. In this slide, from we talk about the previous bar chart. The previous in the previous bar chart, we can see that China has the highest revenue, reaching about $2.8 trillion. The United States comes second with around $1.8 trillion. Meanwhile, Southeast Asia and Europe have lower figures at approximately 1.0 and $0.9 trillion. When we compare the data, China's market is significantly larger than the others. However, Southeast Asia shows a strong potential, even though its current value is lower. This indicates that emerging markets are growing rapidly, especially due to increased smartphone usage, digital payment, and online platforms. Overall, the data suggests that while developed markets dominate, developing regions are becoming important players in the future of e-commerce. Now we move to the next slide, which is the last slide about a conclusion that we get from all of the materials that I already tell us before. In the conclusion, e-commerce in 2026 shows a strong and continuous growth trend. The line graph demonstrates that global revenue is increasing steadily over time. The bar chart shows that China leads the market, while the other regions are also developing too. Based on this, we can say that e-commerce will continue to expand in the future. Therefore, business need to adapt to digital transformation to stay competitive. I think that's all for me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for listening.